Oh, didn't he claim somebody else was there? Oh, wow. Good morning. Look, I want to put my glasses on, but every time I put my glasses on, it rubs up against my eyes. So I can't put my glasses on till my eye get better, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't put my glasses on till my eye get better. It's not leaking. I cannot say, but it get irritated. It feel bad. It don't hurt, but it's like when I put my glasses on, my glasses rub up against it, and it's like it bothers just a little bit, just a tad. So I go to the doctor tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? I don't know. I think it's Friday. Go to the doctor Friday, and I'm gonna get it checked out because I take my brother, so I made me an appointment too. Made my appointment yesterday because I got my brother appointment. My coffee on point. I'm just chilling. I don't need to wash it because if I wash this, I ain't ready to talk to y'all. I just say Cherry, Tommy. I can't say like shit, y'all. Hi, let me get myself together. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Today is what? Today is Wednesday, right? Today Wednesday. I think today Wednesday. I don't know what today is, y'all. I have no clue. I think today Wednesday. If I'm not mistaken, today should be Wednesday. I don't know. Today Wednesday? I have no clue. Let me know if today Wednesday. Let me see if I can put my glasses on from afar. From afar. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Y'all got my light on in the hallway. My son gonna come out here. He'll be like, good Lord. We got it. It's too early in the morning for this. I know what. For oh my. Okay. I'm putting my glasses like this. I hope everybody have a great day today. I think today is Wednesday. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah, I think today is Wednesday. And I have 25 people in here, and I have 4 thumbs up. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Where's my regular people? Because I think I got trolls in here this morning. It's too early in the morning for that. It's 9:01 in the morning. I am not in the mood. Not in the mood. I'm not in the mood at all. Like, come on, guys. Not in the mood. Sitting up here chilling, trying to enjoy my day, my morning, drinking my coffee. Want to come in here and talk for a little bit, give a little insight. Thank you. Gave me a thumbs up first, Biblia. Thank you. I appreciate it. At least he said he did. I don't know. I don't know if he a troll. It's too early in the morning to be trying to figure out or what. But I noticed I ain't seen Stacy Nelson in my chat in a minute. I haven't seen her like yesterday. She known to be the first one in here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, they all crazy. It's too early in the morning. It's too early in the morning. It's too early in the morning for that. It's too early in the morning. But yeah, I'm trying to enjoy my coffee and just be wonderful. It's raining in DC, and it's raining. Loving myself. Good morning. It's raining like crazy. Mm, it's raining like crazy. It's raining like crazy in DC. I looked out the window. I said, "Oh, it's raining." I'm not going to no mailbox. I was gonna walk to the mailbox because normally when I walk to the mailbox, I take my little daily little walk. Before I walk to the mailbox, I'll walk all the way around, then hit the mailbox. Nah, it's raining. I ain't even feel like putting on no rain boots, no raincoat. I was like, and then I just got out the shower. I ain't doing all that. Cause as soon as I woke up, got in the shower, got up, took a shower, and did what I had to do, and that was it. I was like, didn't know it was raining. Yes, this rain is crazy. It's like every morning it's raining out here in Sacramento. With the Syracuse. I'm sorry, I said Sacramento, Syracuse. It's Syracuse. I'm all wrong. I had to really look. Yeah. But you know what? We didn't rain on Memorial Day, and it didn't rain yesterday. So it didn't rain Monday and Tuesday. So yeah. So I think we doing really good. And normally it rains on Memorial Day. Normally it rains on Memorial Day, and it did not rain. It did not. Yeah, I'm about to get my hair cut. For some reason, it's not growing. It's growing, but it's not growing like the same. That so it need to be trimmed down. So I'm gonna get it trimmed down. I'm gonna get it trimmed down just a little bit, just a little bit, just a. So we're getting your rain later in the next 3 days in New York. Okay, okay, okay. I hope it don't. I mean, I'm not a. Let me tell you, I don't like rain. I mean, I like rain, but I don't like rain. Rain makes you sleep, but I don't like. I don't like driving in it. Let me say that by driving some snow. Oh God, let me tell y'all something this morning. Let me tell you musical. Let me tell y'all something this morning. When I say God is an awesome God, when you always think he counts you out, he always pull you through. Man, I was going through a situation and I was just like, okay, it is what it is. Gave up. I was born in 1969. Okay, you're born in 1969. That means you are 55 years old. That means you're 55 years old. Thank God for making national. It's just too early in the morning. But again, that means you are 55 years old. See, they made me. I got. Let me not look at me because then I'm gonna keep reading these trolls too early in the morning. Okay. Let me say this. Don't ever count God out because when you least expect it, He show out. I called my sister and told her. I was like, okay, y'all know I'm not really working, and I had to pay a bill, and I was like, all right, I guess I said I don't have the money to pay. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, money popped up in my account. I have no clue where the money came from. I called I called to find out because you know something pop up in your account. You don't want to spend it. You don't want to spend the money. I honestly don't want to spend no money I don't know because guess what? I don't want to pay it back. And once I called, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Just popped up in my account and I was able to pay the bill. I was like, okay. I said, oh, God is an awesome God. We was in here yesterday. We was in here the other day talking about my son and about his work and this and that, right? And how he looking for his apprenticeship and how they didn't start it. So yesterday, the school called him. And the lady was like, I was calling to check up on you, see how you doing, this and this and this and that, right? And the lady was like, She called him and said, asked to speak to Tyreek. Tyreek talked to him and Tyreek and they talking. And the lady, Tyreek was like, no, I'm not working. Him and lady on the phone. The lady said, let me look up in the system and find out why they haven't put you on an assignment and you haven't got. Why they had my son in the system as he dropped out? Why they had my son in the system said he dropped out, that he did not complete it? My son was like, I got all my certificates here. I can show you. So the lady, she was like, she got to do her investigation. But she was like, on her end, she said the reason why nobody reached back out to you and you haven't got assigned to apprenticeship because in the system it had that he dropped out. My son said I completed 2023 and I completed in 2024. He said I got all my certificates. He said the only certificate I do not have yet is my OSHA. I said, but look at God. We was just talking about how he need this and he need this and he want to work. And the lady called him up. She told him, give me until at least Thursday. That was actually, my son said, she said, give me until at least Thursday. I got to figure out what's going on. Because he had to send him all the information, all his certificates, and I have him. I pulled them out, gave them to him. His little card, he got his little stage 4 card saying, "Hey, you completed it." I gave him both of his cards, and the lady called her back, said, "I got all the information." She said, "I have to look further into it. I don't know why they have you in here that." You dropped out, that you were incompleted in doing both of your electrical and plumbing, and you couldn't got these certificates unless you completed it. And he was like, yeah, he completed it. My son had to tell him the name of the teachers, where he went, the days. I was like, my son got a good memory. I'm like, hey, how you remember all that? I don't remember the dates, but he remembered it. He remembered it. Then he got to pulling out all his paperwork. Got to pulling out all his paperwork and I was like, I said, we was just talking about this on my live, and I was telling y'all about it. I said, look at God. So him and the lady was on the phone. The lady said, give her at least 2 days to investigate to find out why do they have him in the system wrong. And my son even sent him a letter because my son applied for a job and they needed a letter of recommendation for one of his teachers. So he was like, I got a letter of recommendation from, I can't think of the man's name, can't think of his name, because he said I applied for the job. When I say my son, I like the fact I kept up with his paperwork and he did. And he was able to send all that to her. And she was like, give her 2 days, but she going to find out what's going on. She said, because this true. I gotta get you on a site because you're supposed to be on a site like right now. My son came in the room was like, Mom, did you hear me? Did you hear me? I said, yeah, I heard you on the phone conversation. He said, Mom, he said, oh my God, I'm so happy. He said, but how they had me in there that I didn't complete it, incomplete or dropped out. He withdrew. She said, how they had it in there. Yeah. She said, yeah, she said, how the hell in there that you withdraw? He said, no, I said, how the hell you in there that you withdraw? He said, I don't know. And the one thing I can say about my son, he wrote down a lady who sent him the certificates. He wrote down all that. And I was surprised. He put out his little notebook. When he was talking to the lady, he was reading all stuff, his teacher's name, where he went, and all that. I was like, wow. I was like, look at God. God heard what we were saying the other day. God heard everything we were saying the other day when we was in the chat talking. God heard me when I was praying. I was like, man, God is an awesome God. I don't want to, talk, get y'all up and be like, oh, she's talking about it. But when you ask for it and when you least expect it, he is show out and show out, show out. My son was so happy yesterday. He just waiting for the lady to get back to him just to, we're just saying the truth. I'm asking genuine question. And yeah. So yeah, I said the fact we just talked about it and it just came out. I'm like, my coffee is good. I got about 3, 4 trolls up in here, y'all. I got about 3, 4 trolls and I have no mobs in here at all. I have no mobs here. Can you make me? I have no mobs in here. I don't even know if you're Oh my God, Tamika is your cup a coffee having to. There's no proof of God. Oh my God, only. Because this is ridiculous, son. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I know you asked me, Big Mama, but I kind of figure out if I see how many times I send you in here, or you not a troll. I'm sorry. I'm just, uh, and I ain't even call my sister, but they just, I can. They just doing the utmost, the utmost. She said, "See, I want to get help, get rid of the troll." Let me see. This is too early in the morning for them. It is gonna take a minute for it to work. Once I add you, it takes a minute for it to work. It takes me Richard because what would happen if they read the Bible. So yeah. And them Bible verses somebody gave me the other day. I only read one. I'm not even gonna lie. I started reading one. I didn't read all three of them because they gave me a rock of them. But I only wound up reading one word verses. And I'm not even gonna lie, I learned it. I only learned how to read. I ain't gonna say I said learn how to read. I only read one because I had so much going on. But I did say I was gonna read the rest of them. And I sat up in my bed and I did it. And I was like, wow. And they had that, y'all gave me one verse, but I wound up reading, I think it was one through, I think it was, I don't want to lie. I don't have my thing. I say one thing, I don't want to lie when it comes to the Bible, so I don't remember exactly. Hmm. You got me hold on that. She said, here is one of the latest poems. It wasn't poem that I read yesterday. 37, 10, 11, and 29, but I will read it. But that wasn't the one that I read. I can't remember exactly which one because somebody put some in the chat the other day, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and read it. And when y'all normally put Bible verses in there, I do read them. I don't read them all the time. I'm right then and there. I will go back to them because that's why make sure I write them down because I want to be able to go back and I don't want to be second guessing. My coffee really good this morning, y'all. My coffee is really good. My coffee really good, really good, really good, really good. I ain't, yesterday. What did I do yesterday? Hey Jay, I ain't do. It's okay. Say God is real. What makes you think it? Question God. Oh wow. Never stop reading your Bible. I know. I try to read it when I can. I'm not even gonna lie. There's so many gods. What is going? I know I'm reading. I'm trying to not to stay. I'm trying not to focus on this troll, but they in there and I'm just reading little stuff they saying. And it is. Oh, it's gonna take my mind to never place. It's just too early in the morning. Hey pumpkin, it's too early, guys. It's like uh it says so sad you said I'm a troll. I don't know. Cause anyway, y'all and another thing. Y'all remember I don't know if y'all remember the job I used to have. I'm trying to think the job I used to have. The last job that I had before I started volunteering. Do you know they called me? They called me, my other job called me and asked me to do a survey on them. Do a survey. They having something. I can't really remember everything the lady said for Bailey, what she said. But in other words, she was asking me to do like a survey or something. And I told the lady no. I said no, ma'am, I cannot do that. I asked her, do you know who you called? First of all, when she got to talking, she got finished. I said, do you know who you called? And the reason why I said, do you know who you called? Because y'all was, I didn't tell her, I said, y'all was, I said, y'all are not the best place to put your child. I said, that being said, I said, you shouldn't reach out. I said, when you reaching out to somebody, you should know who you calling. Because I'm not the one that you would want to do a survey on y'all because you want like my survey. And I told her, just like that. And she was like, well, Miss Waller, um, what she say? Dang, I'm trying to remember. She said, well, Miss Waller, they gave your name and said you were an excellent teacher, da 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 da. I'm like, yeah, I was an excellent teacher. But there's a reason why I'm not there. I said, man, no, I didn't tell her that. I was saying it to my head. And I said, man, there's no way I can do that. But you have a blessed day. And I on the phone up. And I had to sit back and think, well, what would make them think I would want to do a survey on y'all? When I say y'all were one of the worst. I had jobs on my time, but yeah, other people might have good experience. I didn't. That's why I said I can't wait till I finish my little journey and start my day here. When I say I'm gonna be getting all types of rewards and this and this and that, and my whole thing, this place was getting rewards. How y'all get rewards? And I don't know how they hide the things. I don't know. I don't know how people hide certain things they do or what. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know how they do it, but they do. And they are able to get away with stuff and get awards. And I'm not understanding how. And y'all not, maybe they seeing something I don't see. Maybe because they not inside of there. Like I was in there, like I was in there 5 days a week for 9 hours, and they don't see it. But it was not the best place. And I just looked I was just looking at my phone. I was like, these people had a nerve to ask me to do a survey on them. They tripping hard, but no, I would not do a survey. Could not do it. Because I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. And they see the survey, they look at me like, oh, she did it. Yeah, I would tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth. And they're going to not understand why she in there doing it. Like, yeah, why did she say that? Because it's the truth. It's the truth. I can't speak nothing but the truth. I have nothing planned for today. Nothing at all. It's raining outside. I have no intention of going outside in the rain because I don't want to put no boots on. Hey, Brandon, I don't want to put no boots on. I don't put no boots on. I don't want to put no raincoat on. And then I had a shower. I didn't wash my hair, but I had a shower. And I know I need to go to the barber shop to get my hair cut a little bit. I'm going to do that probably Monday or Tuesday. Next week, not this week. And yeah, I just got so much stuff to do, and I have you ever had so much stuff to do, but you have it to do, and you don't get started on it, and just like you're prolonging, but you need to go. Stacey, where you been? I hope you're okay. Where have you been? Where have you been? I was just talking about you. Hey, Laura, where have you been? You ain't been in here in 2 days. I was worried about you. I told him this morning, I said, you normally the first one in. I don't know where you been. Are you okay? So let me stop. But are you okay? That's what I need to know. Are you okay? Because you normally the first one in here. And it's like you wasn't here. And I'm trying to figure out, you ain't been here in 2 days. And are you good? I hope you okay. Let me finish saying, and see, I seen her name pop up because I was wondering where she was at. But I forgot what I was saying. I honestly forgot. I gotta take my train and throw it back. Y'all know me. I gotta take my train. I know I had nothing to do today. Don't want to go outside. I'm not cooking. Hey Richard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was wondering where she was at. Um, I don't know. What else I got planned? Nothing. I know I'm gonna read some more Bible verses, and it's just like I don't know, y'all. When I say yesterday, when I got off this live, my son came in and said, Mom, was it yes? My son said, Mom, I heard you talking about me. He always hear me talk about, he said, you think I'm asleep? I ain't sleep. I hear you. Like that, right? And I was like, oh, okay. And next thing you know, everything just started folding in place. And I was like, God is an awesome God. Like, he don't, it seemed like, how can I say it? I'm not going to say I stop believing. Sometimes I get to the point I be like, why? Why am I going through this? Why this? I always say why. And I always say things happen for a reason. But I said, but I always say why. God is awesome. I always say why. And I know I don't doubt him. I just get a little, I get worried, which I shouldn't get worried. I shouldn't get worried. And sometimes people do worry and they say, hey, don't worry. God got you. And I know he do. But sometimes it just gets to the point that you worry. You worry. And I don't like to worry. And when I worry, things don't, what I notice when I worry about certain things, it don't happen. But when I don't worry and I just leave it to him, everything just folds in place. I told you, I woke up yesterday. Yesterday, I was in here trying to figure out how to pay a bill, and I was like, "Oh God, I don't have no way of paying it. It is what it is." Not less than, not less than 30 minutes later, money popped up in my account, came up on my phone, and I was like, "Where did this money come from?" I was like, "Oh, called to find out," and they told me where the money came from. I was like, "Okay, they must have owed me some money I didn't know about." What paid my bill. And then what happened with my son? The people I was on here talking to y'all about my son and his job. What they do? They call him up, trying to figure out what's going on with him. Ask him how his job going along to find out he's not working. To find out they have him in a system that he withdraw. He sent all his paperwork in, and I know I said this earlier, but the fact he sent all his paperwork in, they said they got to investigate to find out why they have you withdraw. It's just crazy. And I say, look at God. It works in mysterious ways. And I always tell my son, you have I always tell my son, things happen for a reason. And I know you want certain things, but it don't happen on your time, happen on God's time. It must not be time. And I always tell him that. And I always tell him be patient. He always tell me, Mom, I'm running out of patience. I'm running out of patience. And he was like, all my friends working, my friends doing it. He said people who didn't even finish school that I know got jobs. And I'm like, okay, what kind of job do they got? He said, well, it don't matter. People I went to school with don't have a high school diploma, got a job. I got a high school diploma. I have no job. I got two trades under my belt, and I don't have a job. He said, Mom, I don't understand. And I had to just break it down to him. I tell him this all the time. Then the fact that all this happened yesterday, he came in the room. He said, Mom, this was nothing but God. I said, yeah. Yeah, and it put a smile on his face, and it made him stop worrying because depression is a lot, and kids can go through it. And my son tells me all the time, Mom, I got so much on my plate, you just don't even know. He be like, I don't tell you everything. But, Mom, I go through stuff, and I know you go through stuff. He said, I don't want to tell you because I don't want you to worry. But, Mom, he said, sometimes I just be going through. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I honestly know. I think about the fact my friends lost a lot. My son lost a lot of friends and to gun violence, and they were never them type of kids who was in there. They were just at the wrong place at the wrong time, or something just happened. One of you remember I told you one of his friends accidentally wound up shooting himself playing with a gun, and one of his friends got robbed for shoes. He lost a lot of friends, and it's around that time. Their birthday coming up. When their birthday come around, my son get depressed. He literally get he. I ain't gonna say he get depressed. He get to thinking about them and thinking about certain things, and he always tell me, "Mom, life is too short." He said, "I want to live my best life," because he said tomorrow it's not promised. To be saying that at the age of 20, that lets you know that he been through a lot. Because at the age of 20, the last thing you need to be worrying about is you need to live your best life because you know it's not promised. And the fact I say this because he been through a lot. No, it didn't happen. Yeah, but you know what he has? And he has. Someone told me if you're going to pray, don't worry. If you're going to worry, don't pray. And I have to learn that. I have to learn that. I have to learn that. Someone told me that too. That's why I've been trying to get better. I'm not by far perfect at all. By far, I'm not perfect at all. It's a learning experience, and I have learned that too. I have learned that. I'm learning as I'm doing the things I do. But he was advocating for himself. He was caught in these places he wasn't getting nowhere. I wrote to the mayor. I wrote to the mayor about it. Never got a response. I wrote to the I wrote to the mayor, I wrote to the person, the director of the program. This a long time ago. Nobody ever responded to me. Nobody ever responded. He had reached out to his teachers because he got their numbers. They just like, oh, okay, we're gonna get back with you and never get back with you. He had been advocating for himself. He truly had. It just like it was no results. And when he do it, I used to always tell him things gonna happen in God time, not your time. Just because you're doing this and they not responding, it's a reason. It's a reason why things happen. And I have to remind myself it's always a reason. I heard you. Don't know what they make you fight for. Yeah, and it's like when I say literally my son wrote to the mayor, he wrote to the mayor and nothing happened. Now, the other day she was just on TV talking about 40,000 jobs has been gone from Washington D.C., but she's just signed a contract to build these places to give people jobs. I said, okay, here she go. And I mean, Washington D.C. only had one mayor in my life who ever looked out for us, and that was Marion. I don't care the man was on crack what he did. That man advocated for us. We had some. When I say Marion advocated for us, he advocated for us, not just for us. He advocated for everybody, everybody. Everybody. It have not been the same since we had him. And we had a lot of mayors, and ain't none of them do the things he did. Ain't none of them do the things he did. But she is the one man who been here the longest since Manbury. Manbury was here until they found out he was on crack. That man was still out there. After they found out, he still was out there like 4 more years after that. Okay? He became Ward 8 city councilman. And when he was Ward 8 city councilman, he still was advocating for us. You know, we did not have any good mayors besides him. All our mayors here, and the mayor that we got now, and I'm not trying to be funny, she is not for us. She is not for us at all. She is not for us at all. Not at all. Not at all. I didn't even vote for her. And I make sure I vote. I make sure I vote, and she's not one I voted for. You know, she is not for Washington D.C. She'll say a lot, but she don't do nothing for D.C. Mary Bear was the best mayor we ever had. Ever had. Do you know since she been there, everybody can't get a job? He had contracts with Maryland, Virginia, and D.C. to give us jobs. You know, to get the young people jobs, to keep them out of trouble. I guess he paid them to have us work there to give us something to do. They don't do that. If you're not the first one, no matter how many people signed up for a job when I was back in the day, they got a job. Now everybody can sign up for a job. You're not getting a job. It's first come, first serve in DC. It's first come, first serve for a job. And then you gotta meet certain requirements. When he was there, he didn't care for who you got a job. You got a job. You got a job. My son did a summer job. They still owe him 2 paychecks. He got a summer job. They still owe him 2 paychecks. I had to wind up paying him. I said, I don't even worry about it. We could never get this money. Guess what? I went and gave it to him. I made sure he got paid. And I said, we're not going to fuss. I kept calling, going down there. Y'all still more. But they never paid my son his 2 paychecks. But I went on giving him the money because I didn't want him to keep crying over it and getting upset. And he didn't want me. I said, don't even worry about it. That's my job. Don't even worry about it. But when he was here, we had jobs. We had jobs. Do you know my son didn't get his first job until he was 16? No, 16. And he was trying since he was 14. And every time we went, it was always a problem. And I said, he signed up in time. Will always bring all my information in there. And they'd be like, oh, it's too late. If the man was there, man Berg was there, I wouldn't have went through that. He would have been working. I wouldn't have went through what I went through. He would have been working. Yeah, you said the job market is better outside of DC. Yeah, and it has a lot to do with this mayor we got. This mayor, I don't mean no harm. This mayor we got ain't shit. God forgive me. I'm sorry for saying it, but she's not. She is not for us. The fact you go around in DC, you can't park nowhere anymore. They got more bicycle lanes than they got street lanes. You know, it's like They just cut the buses down. They about to cut so many lines, bus lines to go to places that people can't get to. How are people gonna get where they need to go? They just changed the 70 bus to something. I think in June. I think it's next month or July. All the buses are changing up. They cutting a lot of bus lines. The 70 bus line is gone. The S bus line is gone. How are people who's handicapped gonna get to these buses? Somebody handicapped people. Some people come outside the door. That the bus right there, and it's easier for them to get transportation. They're taking away a lot of buses. I'm like, why? Why are you taking away these bus lines that have been here forever? They've been here forever. Why are you doing that? Yeah, it's just crazy. DC is not DC like it used to be. Like anybody from DC, Maryland, Virginia, and live in DC, they know. They know how different DC is. They know she's a bunch of crap. She's a bunch of crap. If you don't know, let me say this. If you don't know nobody in DC, you can't get a good job. It's all about who you know. When the mayor had the summer program, Marion Burr. Let me say Marion Burr. Let me get it right. Marion Burr, yes. When he had the same, when he had the program, and if you work for them, and when you got 17, and if the job like you, they will keep you. My girlfriend, where she started working for, what is it? Like not the patent office. She started working for the patent office when she was 14. Patent office in Virginia. Do you know she's 55, still worked there? When she turned 17, she graduated. They hired her permanent. And the fact that they had her permanent, the mayor gave them, I guess, some type of agreement. If you have certain people that you want, you'll get so much money or a write-off. They hired her. To this day, she still worked there. She still worked there. She started working there when she was 16. I think 16, 15, 16. And when she turned 17, she graduated when she was 17. They kept her. She still worked there. She worked from home now because she been there and she's 55, but she worked from home. He made us able to, made us over hurdle certain things is we was able to get over. Like a lot of people who had summer jobs still is working at the same job because he made it possible. The fact they don't have that like that now is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like DC is broken. A lot of people don't realize that DC is broken. Yes, she said cracking on. Yes, but DC is literally broken. A lot of people don't realize DC broken. DC is so broken, it's ridiculous. Because back in the day, you can do anything, and I honestly think if he was still around, he probably could have. And honestly, if he was still around, even though he would be old as fuck, but he was still around, it would have been okay. It would have been okay. He still would have been fighting for us because when he became the city councilman award 8, he still was fighting for us. He still was fighting the mayor for us. We had Anthony. What was the Anthony? What was the mayor? The Anthony. Because she's our second lady. We had three men, and she's the second lady to wind up staying. And I think she been here about 12 years. I don't know, but I think her name was Anthony. Oh my God, one of the men name was Anthony something. I cannot think his name. He looked like a bird. He wasn't for DC. We had since he left, we had 3 men and 1 lady, and she's the second lady, and she been here ever since. And I said she was the worst. Like she's the worst, and I don't see how she keep winning. I think I should keep winning because she got them people who she's voting for, who want her. That's how she keep winning. I really think it's rigged. But let me stop, guys. I'm pretty think it's rigged, but I do. It's just crazy. It's just crazy how DC is broken. A lot of y'all don't even realize. I realize it because I'm in the midst of it. I'm in the midst of it. Like, yeah, if you don't know somebody, you can't get a good job. You can't get what you want. You honestly can't. And that's sad to say. They say we do have a lot of free programs in DC. We do have a lot of free programs. I'm at South Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina is the same. Black man doing nothing. Oh wow. I don't like. See, that's crazy. That's crazy. But what I was about to say, I forgot what I was about to say. I read that comment and I just lost train of thought. Oh, if you don't really know somebody in DC, you're not paid to get nothing. And they have a lot of free programs in DC. But what's the use of having free programs and you pick and choose who you gonna let go further after the program? What the how make it make sense? Make it make sense. How you gonna choose? You go to a program and after the program you supposed to start apprenticeship and you don't get it. Like they had my son for instance saying he withdraw. No, he never withdraw. He went twice. He never withdraw. You know? And now he know why. Now he know why nobody he did applications people didn't call him back because they probably got in the system that he withdrew. Wow, that is crazy. Someone somewhere made a mistake. Someone somewhere made a mistake and they need to fix it. And hopefully the lady fixed it. But it's just crazy how if you don't know somebody you can't really get nowhere and that's so wrong. DC have electrical, plumbing, HVAC, elevators, drywall, steel. I don't know what they call it steel when you do the steel. They have IT tech. They have CNA classes. They have housekeeping. These are all the free ones. This is all free. All these is free. I bet you if he would have did housekeeping, and then they have maintenance, welding. It's called they have welding here, and they have maintenance. I bet you if my son would have went for housekeeping or something, he would have got it. Something like that. He probably would have. Oh yeah, we gonna know. That's not what he wanted. He wanted electrical and plumbing because he said when he turned 30, he wanted his own business, and I like that. My son like literally when my son told me he wasn't going to college, I said because my thing was you had to go to college. You had to go to college, and it wasn't the fact that I wanted to go to college, and it wasn't the fact that I didn't have mine. It was the fact that I needed him to have something better than me, and that was my whole game plan. But when he told me, Mom, I don't want to go to college. He used to tell me all the time he wanted to be an engineer. My son is so good in math. Like, he could be in the top here. He could tell you math problems. When he was in his classes, he was acing all the math classes, all the math tests. And he'd come back. He said, my teacher be like, how you finish so quick? He said, because I know it. He don't have to put in a calculator. My son look at the problem, write it down just like that. He knew it. He knows it. Let me say I'm saying know it like he don't know it no more. He knows it. So it was like, oh, you're not going to college? Where you going? My son had a game plan. When I say he came in here with his portfolio, we sat down and he said, all right, let me tell you. And when I said his game plan was on point, I was like, okay, all right. And I said, well, I said, you sure it's going to work out? He had already looked up where he wanted to go to school. He already looked up everything, had signed up. I didn't have to go do nothing when it was time for him to do his trade. I didn't have to do nothing because he had everything in his book. Everything. Everything. And at the end, he was like, Mom, time I turned 30, I want my own business. And he was like, he said, I'm trying to get a couple of my friends to go ahead because my son was the youngest one out of his group to graduate. And he said, I'm trying to get a couple of my friends to go ahead and go through the program so I can hire them. And once I get my business, like that, right? My son had a whole game plan. A whole game plan. Like, what? Okay, okay. I can deal with that. So when he decided he wanted to do it, I was like, yes. And it's like, when he get upset, he think about it. He was like, Mom, I had a whole game. It's not working like I want. He get depressed, da, da, da. And I'm like, no. God have you doing this for a reason. He just wants you to see how hard it is. But you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. And I like the fact, time he said he turned 30, he want his own business. Like, yes. Yes. And now he tell me, Mom, this is what he told me the other day, y'all. He said, Mom, I'm getting old. I said, you getting old? He said a lot of immigrants near me learn trades. They have their own business and they are doing well. Tyreek has a good head on his shoulder. Girl, I'm telling you, I ain't playing it. But anyway, so none of his friends went and did it. None of his friends wouldn't go. But I'm gonna tell you what my son said he told him, and I had to look at him twice. He said, "Mom," he said they don't want to do that, but he said I told them when I get my own business, I can't hire you. I said, "What you mean?" He said, "I told him I can't hire them." He said, "Let's say go to school." He said because if something happened, they not experienced. He said insurance. I'm gonna have to wind up paying for this and this and that. And I just looked at him like he really know what he want to do. He said time he turned 30, he want his own business. He said he wants to buy houses and sell them and rent them out. I'm looking at him like, okay. And I had told him, I said, the way I got your life insurance set up, you can borrow against your life insurance and you don't have to do a first time buyer program. He was like, no, ma, I don't want to do that. He said, I want to be able to go outright and buy my house, get a loan, buy my house. And he wants to fix them up and sell them. Then he wants to have one of his own that he rent out. I said, that's good. That's a good thing. But he said he was trying to put his friends, he said, I was trying to put my friends on, but none of them wanted to do it. But he tell me all the time, he said eventually they're gonna change their mind when they see what I'm doing. They're gonna eventually want to change their mind when they see what I'm doing. But the fact he said he can't hire nobody unless they license. He said my only thing he could do for me is paint. And he was like, I don't even know if I want nobody to paint. But he said I want them to be licensed so something go wrong with insurance, me having insurance, because I always told him when you have a business you have to have insurance. And I tell him all the time, $2 million insurance policy is not enough. I say you need anywhere from 15 million to 20 million insurance, and the reason why I say that, because you can have multiple things go wrong, and that one problem could take up $1 million. So in his portfolio, he didn't have the insurance in it. I'm not gonna lie, he didn't have the insurance until afterwards. I told him, you have everything in your portfolio except for insurance. And I had to let him know, you have to have insurance, and your insurance have to be high. It can't be low like 2 million. No. 2 million you might seem like a lot, but it's not a lot when you have a business. When you have a business, 2 million is not a lot. You gotta have anywhere from 10 million to 20 million. So what? It costs 800 $800 a month. It'll be worth it if something go wrong. You're prepared. Hey Jess, you'll be prepared. I always tell him that, and it's like my son listen. He really do. I just want everything to work out how he wanted. I want everything to work out how he want, and he stressed a lot because he wants. My son be like, I know you always talking about. Hey D, I know you always talking about you want your own business. And he said, I don't mind running your business, but he said, I'm going to have my business, your business, and I'm going to be making money. My son is all about making money and doing better. He's all about making money and doing better. But when he start doing what he doing and it all start working out for him, he's going to be so happy. He's going to be so happy. And I tell him all the time, something happened to me, I know you good. Or if I get sick and God forbid, I die, I can know, hey, I know my son good. Who can say they did this earth today or tomorrow and they child good? I want to be able to say if I pass on, I know my son good. I know he going to be all right. And I always tell him, cremate me. Cremate me. I don't want no funeral. Cremate me. Take my money, go on a trip. Go take your trip. Take one of your best friends with you, whatever friend you want to take, with one of your god brothers, or one of your friends. Or you and your girl go take a trip for like a week. Come back and handle business. I tell them that all the time. Yeah, you're gonna mourn for me, but guess what? Mom lived her best life, and I know you're good. You're taken care of. I'm good. It's nothing. It's nothing going. I'm not gonna be scared to go over to the other side as long as I know you good. And the reason why I say that, because that was one of my mom's biggest fears. I love the relationship you and your son have with all y'all children. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. And one of my mother's biggest fear was my brother. And my mother couldn't really let go. You see what I'm saying? My mom was suffering because she had cancer, but her biggest worry was my brother. And the fact she got to the point she knew I was going to take care of him, it made her feel better and able to go to the other side. Because when you're sick and you know you got other things going on and you know you have a child that has a disability or something going on and you know nobody gonna take care of your child like you, yeah, he was grown, but that was my mom baby. My brother was my mom baby because she took care of him and she knew you are setting him up not to be a slave of a lifetime. Yeah, I didn't never. I That's one of the good. I'm gonna get back to that comment. And she wanted, she knew, so she was able to go because I kept telling her every day. I took care of my mom, and I said, "Tell her, Mom, I'm going to take him. He's going to be okay. He's going to be okay," because I knew that was one of her biggest fears. And when a person fears for something or for someone, and they know they can barely hang it on, they're gonna try to hang on as long as possible and not leave this earth because they weren't. They worried about leaving that one. They worried about who gonna take care of them. And when you're going over to the other side, you don't want to worry. You want to just go. You want to go peaceful. And I can honestly say, something happened to me, I can go peaceful because I set him up for success and he know what to do. He know how to go about it. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be if it's my time, I would be okay going. I would be fine with it. Yeah, he gonna cry, he gonna be upset, he gonna go through, but he gonna also have that acknowledgement. He gonna know my mom wanted me to do this. I gotta finish grinding doing this. He gonna know. He gonna know. And I know when I'm gone, I know he gonna be okay. Your voice can't handle it. So yeah, that's what I'm telling y'all. Yeah, he gonna be good. That's parents' biggest fear when they have kids. That is their biggest fear. That when you don't have no kids, you don't have no fear. You don't really have a fear. You don't. It's okay. I can go to the other side. I'm good. But when you have kids that you're looking for or after, or you have grandkids you're taking care of, or is it somebody that you're taking care of? It's always going to be like that because that's people's biggest fear. And that was my mom's biggest fear, my brother, because that was her person she was taking care of. Even though he was grown, that that was, no, really, we're not even, that was one of her biggest fears. And the fact that she knew, she felt, let me say this, she felt that she knew I was going to take care of him. So she didn't have no more worries. Let me say that she knew, hey, my daughter gonna take care of him. I know Tia gonna do her part, so I can go. I can go, and I think that she really felt that. Sometimes people stay around and they be suffering and pain. They don't leave because they so scared of what how that person they leaving behind who gonna take care of them. A lot of people don't realize that, but they do. And I think about, and that's why I say I try to make sure I've been through so much. I ain't had two strokes. I've been in the hospital. I've been through a lot. And one of my biggest fears, I always say, I always pray for my son. This is one of the things I wanted to get him out of school, to get him on the right path. And the fact he's on the path that I need him to be, mindset wise, and he did everything he said he was going to do, and he's still trying to work on it, I'm okay. If I go to Dale tomorrow, I'm okay because I know he knows how to do it. I know he know how to handle it. Yeah, my death gonna be hard, but guess what? He'll be okay. He'll be okay, and I know he'll be okay. So yeah, 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 he'll be okay. Y'all, my car. I had no intention of talking about. I'm just they in the house tonight. Mm, they got in the house tonight. Teacher squad. I am all talked out. I've been talking. I tell y'all, I never, when I come on this live, I never know what I'm talking about. I just talk. I just talk the truth. I talk what I feel. And that's one reason why I love this platform, because I can talk about what I feel. I don't have to hold back about anything, and y'all understand. And if, I can talk to y'all. I can really honestly talk to y'all genuine. I don't have to think about what I'm gonna talk about. Oh, what I'm gonna talk about. I don't think about what I'm gonna talk about when I come. I just come up here and say, hey, I'm drinking my coffee. Do you watch the last? No, I did not watch the last episode. I'm gonna tell you something. I got rid of all that. Only thing I have is Hulu. With Hulu, I got Stars and Disney. Everything got the bands cost too much money. It almost make me feel like I'm still paying for cable. You know, mm-mm. Thank you. Thank you. She said she enjoyed. Your breath is generally right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Know what I saying. Good. Y'all made me lose my train of thought. No, but seriously, because a lot of people comes up here, and I'm not bashing no one. I'm just speaking my truth. A lot of people come up here and they rehearse. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about this topic or that. I don't do that. I have no clue what I'm gonna talk about. I talk about how I feel. I just talk about how I feel and what I'm going through. You know, and the fact I do that, it makes me feel good. You know what? I'm still waiting for my background check to come back. I am honestly still waiting for my background check to come back. That's what I have to call them today because I went into the portal. See, it's a process. I last month on the 5th, I did the intake with the person, did my application. I turned around on the same day. I had to do an application, give them permission to do a background check on me. I had to be able to open up. I had to open up. I had to apply for a number. Excuse me. I had to apply for a number. I had to take him like I'm a nursing assistant, like a number. When I apply for it, I can't go no further till my background check come back. And once my background check come back, I can do the second part because it's a 3-part stage. I did the first part. Once my background check come back, I can go ahead and start doing the portal. And for that out, when I try to go any further, it told me I need my numbers. When I called the lady, she said you have to wait for the background check to come back. Background check ain't come back. The fifth of next month would be 30 days. So once that call come back, I can go ahead and finish the rest of my paperwork. That means I have to go get my police clearance, and I have to go do my CPR, which I already had my CPR. I gave it them, but my CPR expired in July, so I'm gonna have to go do another one anyway. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. So yeah, no, they're not paying me to take him yet, but it's okay. That's why I say, look, I'm gonna tell you how good God is. I have, let me see, how can I say this? So much stuff going on, and it seems like every time, like I was telling you, every time I think I'm out, count out, and it's not making it, God make it happen, and I'm okay. It would, yes, it will. Thank you. It's gonna work. I know it's gonna work out. But I had also told my brother. I talked to him last night. He mad at me, y'all. He mad. He said, "What's your?" He mad at me because I told him. I said, if you keep acting up, you're not taking a trip with me. You're not going on no trip with me. What you mean I ain't going on no trip with you? I said, if you keep acting out, not doing what I need you to do, you can't go on no trip with me. Remember, we got plans. I said, remember, we got plans. He said, oh, man, just give me some fried chicken. Just give me some fried chicken. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. And I ordered him some fried chicken yesterday. And he called me, you only ordered me 2 pieces. I said, yeah, because you lucky you got 2 pieces. You ain't supposed to have no pieces. You ain't supposed to have no Popeyes. I said, I ordered you Popeyes. I said, that's it. You ain't supposed to have that. I ordered him 2 pieces of chicken. I ordered him 2 breads, a biscuit, and some fries. Then he said, you didn't order me a drink. I said, no, I did not order your drink. I said, that food right there cost me $25. That cost $25. He do not like KFC. She said, some of the stories you tell us about your brother is so funny. It be the truth, though. Lord, when I say, I don't know, for some reason, y'all would think me and Tanya do have a good relationship, but for some reason, me and Tutu relationship always been close. We always been close. Like I have other brothers. I know I had other brothers, but this brother, me and his relation, we always been close. And I don't know because he the baby boy, I'm the baby girl. I don't know, but I could tell him what to do. He would listen to me. My brother Antoine, my sister Tanya could tell my brother something. He'd look at them like, okay, I'll do it, but he won't do it, you know? But for some reason, I can tell him something, and then he would literally tell Tanya, oh, yeah, I listen to you, but I don't listen to you. I could come along and do it. And I think it's because he know Tanya coming from a good place, but he know for a fact I'll take good care of him. And he always tell me, but the last time when I started taking care, this dude gonna tell me, he said, look, Mom went and died on me. Don't you go and die on me, because I can't take it if you go and die on me. What I'm going to do then? Man, I died. Like, I said, what? He said, you heard what I said? Don't go and die on me. Mom and died on me. The next thing you know, you went and got, no, we not doing that. And he was serious. He was eating his chicken at the time. And time I just looked at him and shook my head. I said, Tutu, I ain't going nowhere. If I do go somewhere, I'm going to make sure you set up. No, don't be doing that. I just like, okay, okay, okay. Oh my goodness. Y'all, let me get up off this line. Let me get up off this line. I'm going to actually call this lady. Find out why my police clearance taking so long. Because I'm not a criminal. Not a criminal. Not a, like, I do background checks. For some reason, every time I do one, they take forever. Like, I'm a criminal. I'm not a criminal. I said to pull my glasses off. They wouldn't know. My eyelashes is too long because when I, on the frame, my eyelashes hit up against it. And I don't need my eye. It's not running. It's not hurting or anything. I just don't want it to start back bothering me at all. At all. I can't pronounce that name. I'm trying to pronounce it. Is it Adarsh? I can't pronounce it at all. At all. I'm sorry. But look at my hair. Let me get up off this live, y'all. Thank y'all for listening. I'm Byron on. I'm talk. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I am going to do what? Call these people and do absolutely nothing. I still have not did my I still haven't did my scholarships yet. Y'all, for some reason I just can't go up there and do it. And I got a notification said, Miss Waller, it said you had 7 scholarships that need your attention. And I haven't did it yet. And I need to apply for them. I really do. Because I said I'm going to do something, but I really do. I really need to apply for them. I haven't did it yet. Just being lazy. I had 60 people and I had 38 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Make it make sense. Stop playing with me. It's so early in the morning we doing all that. Okay? I do my hair do. For some reason, my hair in the middle, it's like, I don't know. It's not worn as much as all. And I sleep with something on my head all the time. I sleep with something on my head all the time. It's like it's not warm. That's why I said I'm gonna go ahead and get it cut a little bit, maybe because it don't feel like it's even. Because it's like this side going, this side going, this side. The middle part ain't going like I need it to grow. I don't know. I don't know. Let me get off this line, y'all. I see y'all tomorrow. I don't know if today Wednesday or Thursday. I think today Wednesday. I think today Wednesday. I ain't keeping up with it, but I do think today Wednesday. Yeah, today is Wednesday because Sunday. No, yeah, today Wednesday. Cause yesterday, Sunday, Monday, today Wednesday, yeah, today Wednesday. Let me get it together. I don't know what day of the week it is. Like, share, subscribe, TT Squad. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I supposed to be baking a cake. It's Wednesday. Okay, I supposed to be baking a cake. I ain't baked the cake yet. My son said, Mom, we can bake a cake. He asked for a cake, but little do he know that it's a protein. It's a sugar-free cake, and I use protein milk. I use everything protein, but he don't know that I found a new recipe for cake that I can add yogurt in it. So I'm gonna add the yogurt. He gonna kill me when he find out. He about to, I'm getting all these proteins in, but I looked it up. I got the cake. When I looked it up and did for my cake mix, I got sugar-free cake mix. I got the yogurt, and I got my protein shake. And it's heavy whip. When I looked it up, I have to use um, 3/4 cup of yogurt. I gotta use the milk, and I'm using protein milk. I don't think he watching. I'm gonna use protein milk and the yogurt, protein milk, and that, and I'm supposed to put whipped cream in it. And when the lady did it, it came out so good, and it looks so good. So I said I was gonna make that, and I bought everything to make it with. And I said I'm gonna make it. I'm honestly gonna. Hey Tina, I honestly gonna make it. I'm honestly gonna make it. I'm definitely making. He said I'm definitely making you my little sister. Thank you. Y'all crazy. But I'm definitely gonna make that protein cake today. I hope it come out because I was like, when the lady put yogurt in it, I was like, who put yogurt in cake? She put it in the cake mix. She put the yogurt in the cake mix, and the cake came out looking so delicious. It did. Only thing is, she used some powdered sugar to make her icing. I'm not a, every time I try to use powdered sugar to make icing, it don't never come out. But I have sugar-free icing. I got sugar-free ice. Hey, Crystal, I got sugar-free ice, so I'm gonna use that. But I'm definitely gonna try to make the cake and see if how it come out. Her cake came out pretty good, but the fact she put yogurt up in it, I'm like, ooh. And she used protein. Ooh, I'm just trying to get all my protein in because I told y'all my daughter said I get more protein in, and I'm still having trouble drinking water. And I found myself only drank 3 bottles of water, but my bottles of water I only got like 52 ounces of water in yesterday because I still had like it was 4 bottles, but I only really drank 3 whole bottles and a half a bottle. But so far this morning, I already drank 16.9 ounces of water, so which was good before I went live. I made sure I drank that first thing this morning. But I'm still having trouble getting in. And I try to suck on these popsicles. These popsicles don't even taste right. They don't, it's just not giving me one to suck on no popsicle. Like, no, no popsicle. Oh, the wind blowing. I got the hallway light on because I didn't want to cut this big bright light on. Look at this light. This light so, yeah, that light too bright. I got the hallway light on. That light right there too bright. But yeah, TT Squad, let me get up out of here. Like, share, subscribe, TT Squad. I gotta go. I gotta go. Y'all have a great Wednesday. See y'all Thursday.